Alright, we've got this amplifier over here. Oh, man. The Honker. Okay, we gotta open this thing up. Let me go get a flat blade screwdriver. I thought I had one over here. Apparently I put it away. Alright, so I'm going to guess this is going to be an MRF 455, something like that. I don't think it'll be Toshiba's, but it might be. It'd be nice if it is. I'm going to guess it'll be absolutely no filtering. If it works, we'll be lucky. I've never heard of one of these. Jesus. I swear, they don't want to come out. It's at an angle there. Alright, let's turn this flash off. Okay. There we go. So it doesn't really fit properly. That's why it's so hard to remove. Alright. Where'd the other one go? Damn it. You have an L-shaped bracket on this. I think they glued the rubber feet on here with some kind of glue. It says 25-80, 50-125. I don't know what the hell that would mean. Smells like old electronics. Let me get the other screw. Let me figure out what to do with it. There it is. Okay. Okay, can you guys still see it? Let's see here. Yeah. Alright. Jeez. There's some schmutz all over this. That's this green stuff. Oh, this is one of these. These are impossible to find. These CTC transistors. Yeah, they used some weird ones. It's got the same numbers on the inside here. Let me bring this in here. We can get a better look. So 2580, 5125. I don't know what the hell that means. These are CTCs. CD 3424s. They're pretty small, so I would say they're probably 55 watts a piece. But what this thing does have going for it is it's basically got an Astron little, amp in here. Power supply. Oh shit, what is that? Dude, that does not look good. Mother crapper. Some of the soldering in this is questionable. Anyway, I see that right here, that transistor has been replaced. Collector, base emitter. I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know. So we have the rectifier here. You get these wires, how they're soldered, just really, really piss poor. Interesting. Well, it smells like stale cigarette smoke in here. One of these is kind of blackened. See that? Somebody was beating on this thing. See if the other ones look damaged. There's another transistor. It looks like it might have been added later. Or maybe this board is so close that they did it differently. I don't know. It's the same type of amplifier that I've seen many, many times over and over. It's a basic classic board. So with this, you basically get a 100-watt radio. Maybe. I don't know. There's our bias right here. Well, or no, it's not our bias, but it cuts the power. We get low and high, which is interesting. Look how short the switch is. Should work. I would think it'll work. There's some numbers on some stuff here I can't really read. The one thing that could be a problem is these relays. Sometimes they're bad. But this is really nice because it already has a power supply. So as long as it's a good enough power supply, it should work. If you were going to use it on AM, you'd probably want to put a fan on it. Which would be pretty easy to do, I guess. I don't know where you would want to put the fan. I would personally want it to blow in right here and out the back, but this whole thing is an interesting design. So they've used some kind of H-shaped thing here. And they've put this on here. So there's no ability to do any kind of adjustment on it if the input isn't good. I'm not seeing anything in particular. It looks like Class C to me. I don't see the bias circuit in here. Maybe right here. Yeah. There's a diode over there. So they're probably using that as their bias. There's kind of a, what is it? A regulator looking transistor. I can't read it from here though. Let's see if we can read it now. An LM34O. Yeah, it's a regular 7812. Yeah, 7182. So they're using that for the bias. Now, I'm not super educated on amplifier operation, but I kind of understand how the bias works, kind of. You know, that they apply a certain amount of voltage to the base of the transistor to make it conduct, etc. That determines what class it's going to operate in, basically. Something like that, anyway. But anyway, I'm not an expert on this stuff. I know just enough. These coils are really weird looking. I guess the stuff just came off of them. So, we'll just have to see if it works or not. And I'm going to do that in a completely different video. So, thanks for watching, guys. This is the Honker.